I'm going to tell you this right now. This video is going to be longer than the F1, F2, and F3 race highlights put together. Because when I tell you this is probably the worst day of racing I've ever watched in my life, I'm not joking. Everything about today was terrible. But before we get into this video, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. On the road to 1,000 subscribers. Turn your notifications on as well so you don't miss another video. And let's talk about this god-awful day of racing. Because nothing happened. Like, 3 races, nothing. Imola needs to get off the calendar, full stop. I know it's a historic track, but it's not good for single seating. I mean, the Porsche Super Cup had more drama than all 3 of those races combined. Like, it just needs to get off the calendar. As you can see, Max Verstappen won the race in the Red Bull. The gap makes it look like it was a good race that it actually was. It's just the fact that Verstappen just like, yeah, sure, I'll make it look interesting at the end. Nothing happened. 5th win of the year for Verstappen. He was part of the 24 Hours of Nürburgring for Team Redline, I think it is, his sim racing team. So 2 wins in 2 days in 24 hours, great result for him. Team Redline is his job, the F1 is just his hobby, so yeah, great day for Verstappen. After all the promise of practice, comes back and just continues as normal. And extends his championship lead. Lando Norris second for McLaren, another podium at Imola for Norris, he just loves this track. Don't want to say on that, to be honest. Charles Leclerc, third for Ferrari, first podium at Imola for Ferrari since 2006, so 18 years ago. He was behind Norris at one point and ended up about 7 seconds behind, so I think it just shows that Norris was able to get those tyres to work by the second half of that stint. Oscar Piastri, 4th for McLaren, decent race, done the top 5 for Piastri. Again, just another good race. Carlos Sainz, 5th, quiet race for him in that Ferrari. I don't think I saw him once in that race. I mean, I don't think I saw most people in this race, to be honest. Like, everything about this race was bad. Even like the race starts aren't even interesting anymore. Like, I remember watching race starts, like, oh, maybe there's gonna be some drama, maybe there's gonna be some insane overtake. Everyone just goes single file. Like, nothing actually happens anymore. Like, might as well just start behind the safety car because it's just as effective, to be honest. Lewis Hamilton, 6th for Mercedes, got a bit lucky. Obviously, his teammate Russell decided to play for 2 stops for whatever reason, so Hamilton ended up getting 6th. He went off in the gravel at one point as well, and still finished 6th. Just sums it up, to be honest. George Russell, 7th for Mercedes, went on 2 stop. At the end for whatever reason, although he did get the points point for fastest lap, so I guess from Mercedes' standpoint it worked because they gained a point. But for Russell, he lost a point. But I guess the team bloody care about themselves. Who cares about the drivers, really? Sergio Perez, 8th, went into the gravel and still finished 8th. Again, just shows how the gap in F1 is just what the gap is in F1 right now. 8th for Perez. Yeah, just a terrible weekend. Ends up with 4 points for Perez. Lance Stroll, 9th in the Aston Martin. Decent result for him, I guess. I guess a couple of points for him. And Yuki Tsunoda gets the final point in 10th for RB. RB had a bit of a stink of a race, but still got P10 in the end for him. Nico Hulkenberg just beside the points in the end in the Haas in 11th. Again, when nothing happens to the top 9 cars, nothing happened. Like, nothing happens? Like, this is the 6th race? No, 7th race of the season. Oh my god. Only 1 race has any of the top 9 had issues. I guess you could say Alonso had issues this race, but Stroll's there, so it's still 9. Like, honestly, this season could do one. Kevin Magnussen had a decent race in the Haas in 12th. Daniel Ricciardo, 13th in the RB, is what it is. Yeah, but you can see the pattern as well. Esteban Ocon, Alpine 14th. Joe Guan Yu Sauber 6th, 15th. Pierre Gasly 16th in the Alpine, shock. Logan Sargent in the Williams 17th. Valtteri Bottas, Sauber 18th. Like, they're just there. Who cares? Nothing happened to them. Just there. Fernando Alonso was a test session. He said before the race it was a test session. He ended up finishing 19th in the test session. He must have just retired on lap 2, to be honest. And Alex Albon was the only retirement from the race in the Williams after, well, he had a loose wheel in the pit stop, but then no more tyres after that, so just went back on the same used tyres and then eventually retired. So, weekend figure for Albon. 2 terrible weekends as well when it comes to, I guess, reliability. Well, reliability is too, like, this is the problem with F1. No one does anything on that one. Reliability is too bulletproof. Like, watch Indy 500 qualifying. You had the unpredictability of reliability. Say that 5 times. Like, that's what excites you. You don't, someone might have a mechanical issue. Nothing happens. Like, and it's the same 9 scoring points. It's the same 10 because Tsunoda's always there. Top 4 teams, and Aston Martin and Tsunoda. And Hulkenberg is just there. Like, and Williams retires. Like, it's honestly, F1, it could never be at more of a worse state than it is now, to be honest. But that was just topped off of what was a terrible day in racing. I mean, F2. Isaac Hadjar won the race in the Campos. Good result for him. Gabriel Bortoleto 2nd for Invicta. First podium for him. And Joshua Dirksen, probably the only highlight of today, to be honest. Got a podium for AIX. Again, this is pre-penalty, so he's probably going to get disqualified because AIX just can't finish in the points for whatever reason. With Antonelli, Force, Colapinto, Aaron, Crawford. Correa gets his first points of the season. That's something. Martin's last to ninth, and for short 10th. Maloney missed out on the points in the end in the road in. 2 retirements from this race. Both were, again, problems in the pits. That's the only problem. 3 retirements all day, all were in the pits. Amri Cordial and Pepper Marty both had wheels come off in the pits, and that was game over. It's a shame for Cordial because he was ahead of Correa, for example, and Correa finished 8th. And Cordial's quite a bit ahead. So Correa could have, not Correa, Cordial definitely would have finished at least 4th again, looking at the gaps. Potentially could have got a podium. So, yeah, really frustrating for Cordial. Oliver Behrman as well, probably should have won the race, stalled in the pits twice, ended up finishing 19th. Taylor Bernard also could have scored points today, stalled as well in the pits, I think, or had a slow stop. So, yeah, Hadjar leads. And in terms of the championship now, Zane Maloney 5 points ahead of Paul Aaron now, and Isaac Hadjar with that win, it closes the gap to about 10 behind, I think, or 12 behind. Maloney. And then in F3, Sammy Rigotonif in the Trident gets his first win in F3, and it's only his 6th race. The 3rd round, 6th race, whatever you want to call it. Good result for him. Oliver Goethe, great weekend for him. Another second place, winning yesterday, second today. Gets himself back to championship contention. And Leonardo Fodoroli on the podium for Trident. Should have won the race, but had an engine blip, just like in the Indy 500 qualifying, and ended up on the podium 3rd. Luke Browning, Dino Bogdanovic, Gabriel Lamini, all championship drives. Arvid Lindblad, Santiago Rose. Mario Boya went from like 25th or 29th or something, 27th to 9th. And Sebastian Montoya went from like 25th to 10th. So good races for them to get points. But overall, a terrible day for racing, if we're being brutally honest. I can't think of anything exciting. Like, normally, with F1, one of these races is boring, they're too good. F3 set the tone for this day. And I knew it was going to be boring, that the whole day was going to be boring, because, well, Imola just never produces good racing. You know, Imola's contract, I think, only has like, I think Imola's out of contract next year, maybe they have one more year, the 26th. They should not resign, because the fact that F3 and F2 was dead gives F1 no hope. So, and Monaco's next week, so it's just another Imola, isn't it? Let's be real. I think this video's made it to 8 minutes. I couldn't, but hopefully it has. Yeah, I'm gonna go cry now. So if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, all that. Check out these videos, see if we see anything else on the channel, and subscribe right there. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.